Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 5 of Crusader Kings 2 Charlemagne, the playthrough. If you saw the last episode you'll know what a disaster we had. In our initial episodes we had a good run and we expanded west into Kherny, we fabricated a claim. We then tried to do the same to the south of us in Kildara. We're based in Breffni. We managed to fabricate the claim, assessed the situation and saw that he had two allies, one in Dublin to the east and one in Tyrconnell to the north. So we tried to isolate him by increasing their opinion of us by giving them gifts of gold, and that worked quite well. We managed to get their opinion, both of his allies, opinions of us higher than their opinions of him, which I hoped would aid us in when we declared war, but alas that failed. And they both joined him against us in the war for our claim on Kildara. Now we had to surrender as we were outnumbered more than 6 to 1, and so this is the current situation we're in. Since then I've had a little scout around looking at the current situation, and to the north of us are Gala and Tir Eogan. The ruler of the chief of that area there is also part of the dynasty with the three who I was involved in the war in episode 4 with. So basically if I attack any one of them it's highly likely they're all going to fight back and join in against me. So I am now surrounded on 3 sides by a dynasty of relatives. Now that isn't good. I've looked around and I'm going to not bother with these guys for the moment, as their combined forces is far superior to mine. Now looking around, I've had a look at Ulad to the northeast and they're potentially weak. Now they have no allies in, that I can see. Their armed forces at full strength are only 60-70% of what I have, not including the fact that I've got enough gold to potentially hire some mercenaries. So that's one potential viable spot for expansion up there. Another one is to the south here, Osrake. Again, if I have a look at their armed forces, they're in the region of 400 troops compared to my at full strength. Bearing in mind we're only at about 50% now, 690. So I would outnumber them about, I'd have about 30% more troops basically. So those are the 2 areas I'm looking to expand, either Ulad or Osrake down here to the south. Once I've built up more of a land base I'll consider what to do about these guys here and the problem they present to me. Now you'll know that I expelled the Jews in the last episode and claimed all their holdings, which gave me a nice boost of money there. I'm currently standing at 477 gold. Now this opens up an opportunity for me. We took Kherny to the left, and the 2 of these, if you remember from the earlier episodes if you were watching, if we look at them you'll see that the chieftain of Kherny and the chieftain of Breffni are part of a de jure duchy of Kherny, which encompasses both provinces. So basically I can now create this title and own it and become the Duke of Kherny, which encompasses both the provinces I'm in. Now this would give me 200 prestige, but it would cost me 188 gold, which would still leave me with a considerable amount of gold. So I think I'm going to do that. So let's create the Duchy of Kherny. Has created the title High Chieftain of Kherny. It's slightly different because we're playing Charlemagne, so it might be different in titles and names. So now if we look at our character, we are now High Chieftain of Kherny and also the Chief of Kherny and Chief of Breffni, which is great. That's also increased our prestige a lot, which will help with everyone really. Now what I also was going to do, I need to decide whether to have a go at Ulad or Osraig. Now, I think I'll take Ulad for now, which means I need to fabricate a claim in the short term. So let's stop our Chancellor trying to fabricate another claim in Kildara. Oh, he's actually in Tyrconnell at the moment. We'll stop that. And we will fabricate a claim in Ulad. We don't want to argue with this 5-province alliance, which is probably been formed to stop me. Now, that's great. Now, the other thing I can do is I can also change the law. Ultimately, we want to get our centralisation as high as possible. This will allow us to switch to adopt feudalism in the tribal organisation. Yeah, I think we need high centralisation for that. Okay, this is a new one here. That's what threw me for a minute there. Centralisation has just appeared since I've created the duchy. Now, let's see what it is. A centralised state is important for the liege to grow powerful, but a decentralised state might be easier to maintain. At the moment, it's set to minimum. The realm is entirely decentralised and can effectively handle many vassals. We have a +10 limit. Now, a low centralisation, the realm is somewhat decentralised and can effectively handle several. That gives us a +1 domain size. It's currently at 5, and also increases our vassal limit by 5, which is 5 less than the having a minimum. Now, right. Well, we can do that, but I'm just wondering which one we should go with. I know that we're going to need tribal organisation to max eventually. I think we'll go tribal organisation for now. Now that's been approved by the Lords of Connor, medium tribal organisation. Now we can't change another one for 5 years. We'll gradually work those up. So that's what we're going to do for the moment. We'll just check what the council are doing, then we'll start the timer. Well, in fact, we'll start the timer now. Ah, that was fast. To the Honourable King Cernak, peace be with you. I've decided to accept your suggestion to a betrothal between Der Lugdak and Chief Nile. Okay. I can't actually recall that. Let's have a little look. Chieftain of Lagain. Aha! Now that could be handy. Okay. That'll create an alliance of sorts, which will help us in the long run against this five province alliance that's happening. Okay, we'll let that slide. Now, where were we? We were just going to see what our councillors were doing, just make sure they're all alright. Now, the marshal's trying to organise a raid. Well, that isn't necessary. We want him to train our troops, though, to increase the rate at which our levies are rising, because we might, if we're very lucky, fabricate a claim soon. So let's get him raising levies for us, as our army at the moment is at about half strength. Now, let's check on our vassals, the 2 bishops, 96 and 98. Well, we're getting the troops from Bishop Mail, but not from Beard. Okay. What else can we do? Steward, building a legend, great. Spy Master, no, we don't want him in Kildara. We'll throw him in Ulad, as as well. Oh, now we can see. Oh, look, looks a bit hectic over here in England. England and Scotland there are having a bit of a ruckus. It's all kicking off there. Wales as well, by the looks of it. That's tribal England. Now, our spy master, right, he's getting on with it. Right, that's okay. Let's get the timer going. See where we get taken. Has arrested an armed man. Let's just check that. Our marshal, Crichton, has arrested an armed man with ragged armour and a spotty horse. He says that the man claims to be a hedge knight, but clearly does not believe that statement. Order the hedge knight released. Now, he won't like that, but we'll gain some piety. That is clearly a bandit. We'll lose a little bit of prestige, but we'll gain... Oh, sorry. It's not worded too well there. Crichton gain 10 prestige. And we lose 5 piety. Okay. Well, to be honest, we'll take the hit. We'd rather not lose 20 opinion. Obviously, it wasn't a hedge knight. Come on, Chancellor. Let's get this claim sorted out. 15% yearly. Not a massive amount there. Have we got any viable alternatives to our steward? No, not in our realm anyway. Let's have a look for any better steward type characters that we know of. No, I think we've got the best we can. Now looking outside the realm, Tyriogan, let's have a look at that. 17 stewardship. Now, what's his opinion of us? Unlikely. No reason to move, and he has a base reluctance. Doesn't need to get married. I don't think we'd be able to sway him. Queen of East Anglia. A courtier in Osraig. We're really looking for men here. Prison. Married, we don't mind. Rulers, no. Right. Steward, marshal, steward. Courtier, demon, Lagan. 13. He quite likes us. No, I don't think we're going to overcome that. Although, saying that, no. For Don Mac, Marshal of Dublin, no. Again, they've already got jobs. Steward, Courtier, 11. No, that's a bit low, really. That's back where we are. That's a shame. He wants to become the steward. And he also thinks he'd make a great steward, but so do I. He's better than the one I've got anyway. No, I think we'll have to wait a little bit longer. But the others aren't too bad. That court chaplain's great though. Look at him, 21 skill. The weakness for us is the steward. Right, what's this? Right, one of our children lacks a guardian. grandson, so let's change that. Educate the child. Now, if we let's check there. Oh no, they're quite. Oh, they're very happy with us. Our court is most happy. Now, spy master. Let's have a look at him. 12 intrigue, 11 diplomacy. I think we want someone with stewardship, but I don't think we're going to get someone of any great stats in our realm at the moment. Oh, let down. Do you know? What's this? Slothful and wrath. I think we'll get the bishop to educate the child. If we can. Now actually a side effect of that is an increase in opinion. Now let's have a look at bowheads. Yeah, I think we'll get him to educate the child. That gives us an easy 20. Great. Now that puts him at 88. Now, who were we looking at a second ago needed to be married? Right, our who was that? Our steward. Let's arrange for him to be married. Easy match. 20. Diplomacy. Okay, let's go with that. Being the matchmaker, that will get us some more opinion. Now, what's the marshal like? He wants to get married as well. Let's arrange a marriage for him. Not a lot of slim pickings there. Right. I think we might invite a eligible young lady to court. And a noble as well. Alright, that's good. Oh, let's just check our courtiers now, see if there's anyone we can arrange to marry him. 17. Greedy and slothful. Shockingly lazy. Right. Do you know what? He needs a wife. Hold on a minute. Low-born males? Must marry noble women matrilineally. Okay. Well, we'll raise him up. Now we're just hoping for a claim on Ulad at the moment. How's his army looking? Oh, jeez, it's jumped to fight 712 now. It won't help him in the long run though. No, we still outnumber him. And we're almost at full strength. Actually, yeah, 800. Oh, he's got a fair few. A son was born to Selek Maxernak and Actrine Almalfinos, named Eolad. That is our son. Right, that's all great except for the fact our succession laws split the titles between the children. So I don't know what we'll do about that. They might have to take the vows. A rumour about a spy sneaking around in my own castle was confirmed this morning when I caught him red-handed. I'm not concerned. Gain piety, behead him, which will give us the ruthless title. Oh, our temple vassals won't like that. Or I'll kill him with my bare hands. We'll gain strong until 779, which is for a year. Actually, ruthless will only be for a year as well. But we'll gain piety, prestige, but lose piety. I think we're not concerned by that. My liege, my work in Ulad seems to have come to fruition. Here we go. By bribing, cajoling, extorting, threatening and forging documents, I have managed to fabricate a claim on the chiefdom of Ulad, presently held by Chief Fiak of Ulad. I leave it up to you whether to use it or not. We will be using it. That's 100 prestige and 8 gold. Right, we'll pause it right there. Now let's have another look at his present armed forces. 400, right, he must have raised some tribal warriors there. That must have boosted him up. Now, the situation's changed. He has 400 troops, we have 6, so currently, if we call up our vassal, we'll have nearly 800. Now, if we needed to, we could hire some mercenaries for 190 gold. That would get us 1,900 mercenaries. Right, if we need to, we'll call them up. Now, has he got any allies? None. If I could, I'd save it here, but we can't. So, let's go for it. I think we will switch our steward, marshal, to organise a raid. I'm not quite sure how and when you're supposed to use that, prior to declaring a war or after, but we'll that's 42% yearly a chance of calling that raid. Now the question is, do we hold off declaring war and see if we can gather that raid? I think we might. Last time we were surprised, so we'll be a bit more cautious this time. Hold on, things are changing by the looks of it as well. Look, the Kildare and Dublin have now formed one ruler, now runs both. Gained through inheritance, okay. The ruler of Kildare died, and now the Chief Flan of Dublin has taken over, so let's have a look to see what his situation is. He has 2 allies. We know who they are, Tir Connell, yeah, and Tir Eogan, yeah. So 3 men controlling 5 provinces. Hopefully I'll get a third here, so we'll start to even the score. I'm a high chief, they're just chieftains in the scheme of things. Now we'll let time run and see if we can gather a raid. Right, a few things just happened there. First off, our son. Right, hang on, let's have a look. Right, apparently I think our father's died. Yeah. Right, he's just died. He was the Chancellor. Right. Right, so let's have a look here. We need a new one anyway. And we're looking for the highest diplomacy we can. We've got a choice of the Bishop or Fothad, who isn't greatly pleased with us. Okay. Do you know, we'll appoint him. That'll increase his opinion of us slightly. Now, oh, that's why it threw me there, that screen. They were overlapping each other. Hold on a minute. No, I died. I died of severe stress. Right, no pretenders. He's taken over, so be it. Now, he was previously the Chancellor, our son, but he's now obviously the King. Oh, pause it there. So we need a new Chancellor. We just appointed Fothad. He quite likes that. That's good. Oh, the opinions have all dropped as we have. It's only a short range. There's always rain. There's always turmoil. Now, we could do with causing some problems with these guys here, but I'm not too eager to do that. I think we'll start him fabricating a claim in Osrake over there. No, he's not got the greatest stats there, so we'll live in hope. 2 children lack a guardian. Right, one of our sons. Let's go to diplomacy, educate the child. Now, let's do it to our political advantage. We'll get Criken to educate one. That gives us 20 opinion. And the other one, now the court chaplain, he doesn't really know us and he doesn't really care for us. Ooh, they're quite different as well. I think we'll have him do it again. We could have done with his troops really. At the moment, yeah. Oh look, we've dropped his troops now. We've still got the money though. Right, we'll see how that goes. Let's educate this child first off. have to think about as well where are we? We now have 2 sons there. Think about that. Think about that. Now, we can also change laws again while we're here, just before we attack Uled. We'll change it to High Tribal Organisation. That's coming along nicely. Now, what's going to happen here? Title loss on succession. Bishop Tuam to Gulam. Yeah. We'll lose the chieftain of Kherny to one of our sons under the current succession laws. Right. Well, all we can do is do what we can do and raise those crown laws, or whatever level of laws they are. Now, High Chieftain Selekian of Connacht did not inherit King Sennac of Connacht's claim on... Oh no, he didn't take the claim on, right. Okay. And I've moved him down there now. That was great timing there. Right, well that was an anti-climax. I think we will call that it for this episode, while we reassess, replan, and either carry on fabricating the claim in Osraig and go for that, or Ulad, and try to decide what we're going to do about our 2 sons, pretender sons.